Hey, my crafting friends, I'm Pebbles. Welcome to my channel, Qualitas Creations. Today, I'm participating in a collaboration, cooking up a journal collaboration hosted by Jovi at Creating with the Jovi and Sierra at Cooley Craft Corner. For the whole month of February, there will be one creator per day. I'm using the amazing Cooking Up a Journal digital collection by Jovi, and I will list the link to her Etsy shop so you can buy this collection. It is absolutely amazing. I love it. She also has some freebies on her Facebook page, so I will list Jovi's Facebook page so you can check out those freebies. Make sure to check out my description. I will list all the creators. All you have to do is click on their YouTube link and you can check out their videos. I will also list the Etsy link for Jovi's Etsy shop so you can check out this awesome collection. And I will leave a link for the Facebook page so that you can get your freebies. So let's get started on what I did. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you something. This did take me a little while to make, but I had a great time making it. It's just turned out so nice. I absolutely love it. So let me show you first. I have a little dangle back here. I used different ribbons, and I actually used the ribbons that I had in my stash. So that's awesome. I used this paper here for the front. I laminated it, and then I use these little daisies to kind of pop it up. And these right here, I'm not sure if you're really familiar with these. They're called dewdrops. And Carri from DoubleClickConnect, she sells those on her Etsy shop. And I think these look absolutely beautiful on this page. The reason why I decided to go with daisies is because you can see right here that there is a daisy under this flower. So I thought that would really make it pop. Part of the collection, there's a little part that says this book belongs to. So I decided to make a belly band. And of course, going with the daisies, I put the daisies here. And then I put the dewdrops right here. Now I'm debating on, I might take this daisy off actually. And the only reason why, yeah, I think this is going to work just a little bit better. Oh my goodness. And then I'll put this daisy down here instead. What do you think? Kind of goes this way. The only reason why is I want this more in the middle. I think that works. Oh, you know what though? I won't be able to do that because how will I get my belly band off? So I guess I will have to just have these 5 daisies for now. So let's go ahead and pull this belly button down so we can look at my journal, my recipe journal. Okay, like I said, I did laminate this. You can see I have a little gold stretchy here, and this is the back. I have my beautiful flowers. So let's open it up. And the papers I used are from the collection. Let's see if you can see. These little tabs are part of the collection also. So I have this little pot here. I have a couple little oven mitts. And this is from the collection too. Right here, this tab says breakfast. Hopefully you can see that. And then I'll open it up. It says cooking with love. Life is short. Lick the spoon. The coffee pot was actually on a tag along with the coffee, but I like to put them separately. This apron was green, but I like the strawberry jam on top. So I thought that was really cute. Over here, I used one of the recipe cards from the collection. I'm going to leave this part blank just in case I want to jot down some of my notes, or maybe I might want to take a picture of whatever the food product is. And I can put a couple little pictures here. I just wanted a little open space. I'm going to flip this open. Over here, I have another little insert here. It says breads, and then I have a recipe. I also left a little bit of blank space if I need some extra writing room. This is from the collection. Oh, by the way, if you see these pastel papers, these I actually purchased from Michael's, but they match the collection so nicely. I thought it would be nice to have just a plain background so I could put stuff on it. And then everything that Jovi has in her collection has a beautiful print to it. Look at this. So we have some salad here. It looks like maybe a breadstick. And I cut this out, put Bon Appetit. That was cute. And here's the tab. This is lunch. So you flip it over. And then I used one of the tags here. Over here, I put a tab. It says salads. I put recipe. You know, I thought I might want to put something else here, but I'm going to leave a little bit of a blank just in case I need some extra space to jot some notes or something, because the recipe card is great. However, I write really big and sometimes I need a little extra space or maybe a place to put a picture. I like to see what the pictures look like on food because then I know what it's supposed to look like when it's done. Here's the next page. I put 2 recipe cards here. This was actually a cutout in Jovi's collection. It was a pizza. I decided to cut the pizza into pizza slices and put it in between my 2 recipe cards. This one I decided to leave blank just in case I want to put something here. Maybe I might want to jot a note, or maybe I might just take one of these type of pads and just rip off a piece of paper. I can always, since this is blank, I can just tape it down or glue it down and jot something here. So I'll leave that blank for now. The next tab says sandwiches. So flip it over. You have a couple sandwiches here, another recipe card. I have this apron. Now the apron did have a little part that goes around the neck, but I decided to cut that part off. Put a little, looks like a double layer cake in there, delicious. This time I put a little piece of white paper here just in case I want to jot something down. This is another paper from the collection. I thought this would be good for writing a recipe or a note. I have a little white piece of paper here, and then I have my recipe card. The next tab is soups. This is another piece of paper from the collection. I just cut it out so it would fit here. Then I use this piece of white paper. Look at this delicious cake. And the reason why I put this piece of cake here, or this cake, I shouldn't say a piece of cake because it's a whole cake. Here's because you see the strawberries, and I thought they match with the pink background. I also printed these. It's part of the collection. And I cut these down. And this is the yellow paper. And I thought this would be good to have just in case I wanted to jot some notes down and I can put it in the journal somewhere else. Just have a couple little journal notes. I'll flip this over. And then I have another one here. This is part of the collection. I just cut it down to the size I needed and put it on this paper. Well, look at this tab. It says meats. But we're talking about dinner right now. So here's dinner. There's that whole pizza I was telling you about. I cut it in pieces over there. Look at this yummy cupcake. Here's a couple slices of the pizza that I had a couple pages back. Look at this ravioli. You know, I absolutely love ravioli. I love the cheese one. That's my favorite. I think that ravioli is one of my favorite pastas. Next to fettuccine alfredo. That's a good one too. Anyways, this one tab says meat, so I flip it over. Have a recipe card. Left this blank, and then I left this area blank too because I only have 2 spots here for meats, and I'm not sure what recipe I want to put there. So I just leave it blank for now, and I can always add something later if I want to. Flip it over. I just think this is so pretty. This is probably one of my favorite sheets, and that was what I used for my front. I have a lot of favorite sheets actually. I have the yellow I used a lot there, the gingham yellow. She also has a gingham blue and red, I think, in the collection, but I really like the yellow. It's just so pretty. And so over here, I use the tab that says sauces. So we have a recipe. You have the little colander here. Isn't that cute? And what I did is I cut out the pasta, but I cut it straight across and stuck it in the colander. I thought that was really cute. The next tab is vegetables. So I'll flip this over. Oh, look at that. Cheese. It looks like a grilled cheese sandwich. That's definitely not a vegetable, but it looks really good. So I have the recipe here, the recipe card here, a recipe card here, and this looks like, I'm not sure what type of sandwich that is, but it's dripping with cheese, so it looks absolutely delicious. And the next tab is sides. So I'll flip this over. Look at the spaghetti. So I use the little tab and put it on the fork. It says pasta because you can see the spaghetti here. And there's the meatballs. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have to tell you the story. It's kind of funny, but it kind of isn't. Um, at work, we have our lunch specials. There's always 2 lunch specials at work, and spaghetti and meatballs was listed on the lunch special, and I was so excited. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have spaghetti and meatballs. It sounds wonderful. I was looking forward to it all day because I get to work and my coworkers laugh at me. They think I'm funny, but what I do is I'll look to see what the food is, the lunches for the day. And one of my coworkers is like, "Why do you do that?" And I said, "Well, I have to plan, am I going to look forward to this lunch today or do I have to get something different?" Anyways, I go downstairs all excited, been looking forward to the spaghetti. It's been a rough day and I'm like, "Oh, comfort food, the spaghetti with meatballs." I go down to the cafeteria and you're not going to believe what I saw. It was not spaghetti, it was penne pasta, and I looked at the lady and I said, "But it says spaghetti and meatballs." And she said, "Pasta's pasta." I said, "But that's pasta chili." She's like, "It's all the same." Oh, all the same? About gave me a heart attack. I felt like a little kid pouting because I wanted my spaghetti. And this spaghetti just reminded me of that whole story. I ate my penne pasta with the marinara and the meatballs, but I wasn't happy. Anyways, look at this delicious spaghetti and meatballs. On this side, I use the apron and cut this out. It says, "Life is short, lick the spoon." And I have the 2 spatulas that I fussy cut out. The next tab is dessert. So I'll flip this over and look at these delicious desserts. This is actually a tag, and look at this beautiful lace up here. I thought about maybe using it as a tag and gluing some lace up here, but then I thought, no, I'm trying to keep this really flat because if I add extra stuff in it, it's going to be pretty full. So I'm trying to make all the decor in here on all the ephemera flat. So I left that like that. And I have my recipe card. Here's one of the ladies in the collection. There's some other ladies, I believe, and there's a couple pages with dogs, and I think there's one with a little kid, and there's other sayings. But I just use what I used on this part of the collection because this is what I like the best. The other ones are nice, but I had this idea in my head how I wanted to put this recipe journal together. So this is kind of what it's supposed to look like. Oh, you know what? I said it was gingham. I fibbed. It's more, this is the blue right here. And then here's the yellow gingham. And then I believe there's a red gingham too. Kind of wanted to be more springy, using these really pretty colors. Anyways, let me put the little belly band back on here. I made my belly band a little larger because I don't know if you, let me show you this. Maybe if I put it this way, you can see all the tabs. I just think that's so cool how the tabs fit up like that. So it's breakfast, lunch, sandwich, soups, meats, vegetables, sides, and desserts. Now there's more tabs. I just use this amount of tabs because um, my book is a certain size and I didn't want to make it any bigger than this. I think this turned out really cute. Well, thank you for, let me move this over. Thank you for spending time with me today. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up and leave a positive comment. Make sure to check my description. I will leave all the creators' YouTube links in the description along with Jovi's Etsy link and her Facebook link for the freebies. I used most of the collection. There are other pages that I didn't use in the collection. I was going with more of this color theme here, and I think it turned out really cute. Well, thank you for spending time with me today. I hope everyone has an awesome rest of the week. Stay safe, stay positive, and keep crafting. Bye, my crafting friends.